Should you write for yourself or for your readers? Write for yourself and, well, you might as well be writing a journal. But does writing for your readers make you a sellout? Here's the thing. Most authors don't write to get sales. They write to make an impact. And to get the biggest impact, you have to write with just one reader in mind. Before I forget, if you'd like to get more tips on how to build your business and authority by writing and publishing a nonfiction book, subscribe to my channel and ring the little bell so you can be notified every week when I post a new video. As a B2B ghostwriter, I have helped dozens of small business owners write and publish their first nonfiction book. And a good majority of them come to me because they know what people in their industry need to know. The problem is, what their people need to know isn't always what they want to know. For example, I had a client a few years back, a freelance writing coach. He was all about teaching freelance writers ethical, sustainable means of finding clients and building a business, right? You know what that means. Of course, that means creating a social marketing strategy, putting together systems and tools and workflows. That means taking time to build a business. And he had this amazing idea that he was going to teach freelance writers how to do this, how to build a real business away from the content mills, away from those low-paying freelance sites, right? Teach them all the things, everything they need to know. And he wrote that book, went through the entire process, published it, launched, and got crickets. Even though his audience seemed excited and were commenting about it and telling him how they couldn't wait until it was released. They couldn't wait until launch day. But once launch day came, no one was buying. I mean, what a nightmare, right? Pouring your heart and soul, all of your expertise and knowledge into this book, only to have it flop once you get it published. So, after about a year, well, almost a year, 10 months, he pulled it from the shelves and decided to try again. He went through the book quite a few times, made some revisions, got a new book cover. Then, on a fluke, he happened across this blog post on how to choose what your book should be about. And after reading that blog post, and I don't know, maybe a couple of other posts, but that's the one that he told me about, he decided to email me to see if I could help tell him why his book flopped. Well, I didn't know this guy. I didn't know his book or his ads or his blog, his marketing strategy. I didn't know all the other factors that went into marketing and selling that book. So, needless to say, this request threw me a little bit. Not gonna lie. And my first response was, hey, there are like a billion things that can go wrong with a book launch. Then he asked me to read this book and let him know what I thought. And let me tell you what I thought. That book was brilliant. Absolutely phenomenal. Filled with great ideas, innovative marketing techniques. And I'm not going to lie here, some of those techniques I picked up myself and still use to this day. Unfortunately for him, he was targeting brand new freelance writers. And it wasn't the information that brand new freelance writers were looking for. New freelance writers, they're looking to make rent, right? He's trying to teach them how to save for retirement. They're looking for things that can get them money in a week, maybe even a couple of days. And he's talking about systems and strategies that take months before you see a return on them. So while the information was huge and definitely something that new freelance writers needed to know, they're too busy looking for their own needs to worry about the future. When it comes to writing a nonfiction book that's going to make an impact, yes, you do need to lean on your expertise and what you know your audience needs. But you can't ignore what your audience is looking for. If you're trying to teach them how to clean the fish, but they're still looking for what to use as bait, you're not going to draw them in. Even though they will eventually need to know how to clean that fish, they're looking for the bait. This is what you, as a new author, will really need to focus in on as you start writing your nonfiction book. Who is your target reader and what is that reader looking for? Now, as a new author, as you're developing your ideas and trying to plan out your book, it's going to be tempting to think about your audience exactly as that, an audience. Tens of thousands of people who all need your book. Forget about those people right now. Right now, the only person you need to think about is one reader, your ideal reader. Get deep inside their mind and find the question they are actively seeking the answer to. Not the answer you know they need, the one they are looking for. Because if you are wanting to write a book that makes an impact, one that makes a real difference in the lives and in the businesses of your audience, it starts with that one question that one reader is asking. Answer that question, get your book into those hands, and then use that momentum. Use the trust that you're going to build to get them the answers they need, but they're not looking for yet. If you are in the planning stages of your book, I'd like to invite you to check out my nonfiction book outline template. It will walk you step by step through planning your book, including your target reader and the all-important question you need to answer. It's free, and you'll find the link to it below in the description. If you would like to see that book outline in action, you can check out my video on that right here. Throw me a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you right over there. Bye!